Hello and welcome back to another video. In this one, I wanted to put together a Town Hall 13 Lalo guide. I know Lalo is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, attack strategy to master in Clash of Clans. And in this guide, I just wanted to go through how you approach a base, what you could possibly do to make Lalo pathing, and also how many balloons do you need in order to take down each defense. So don't go anywhere, we'll go ahead and jump right into this video. Here we are on our favorite website, which this is the Clash of Clans wiki. And on this website, it has a lot of information that you will not find in game, and most specifically, very important stats. Like for instance, on this balloon page, which I'll put the link down in the video description below, you are able to see the damage per attack. Now for a balloon, an attack is when the skeleton in the balloon cradle actually drops that bomb and does damage to a defense. So with that, we know a max level 9 balloon is going to do 768 damage per drop. So with that information, we could pull up a defense. So for instance, we'll take a look at the Town Hall, which is going to be the most HP on a defense. And we could find out the HP here, or you could do it in game, which when we switch over to in game, I'll go ahead and show you that. But for now on the website, we can see a Town Hall 13 HP is 8,200. So if we use our calculator, we could take that 8,200 HP of the Town Hall, and then we could divide it by the 768 drop damage from a balloon, and that'll tell us it takes 10.67. What you can't deploy 0.67 or any fraction or decimal of a troop. That means you need to drop 11 balloons in order to get down the Town Hall, and that's minimum. If there's any traps, anything like that, which we'll go over a little bit more once we jump over in game. But that just gives you an idea on how you could figure out how many balloons you need per defense, and this applies for any Town Hall. So if you're not a Town Hall 13, you could do the same procedure where you find out what level your balloon is in game, find out the drop damage, go over to the Town Hall, whatever Town Hall it is. Obviously, Town Hall 12 is going to be your first defensive Town Hall, but then you do the same thing. You take the HP of the building, divide it by your drop damage of your balloon level, and that'll tell you how many balloons you need for that defense. Remember, round up or you won't even have the right number. All right, so let's jump over in game, and we're going to go ahead and test this math out to make sure it is correct. Now we know that it takes 11 balloons in order to take down the Town Hall and 1 drop from the balloons. And at Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 13, in order to activate the Town Hall, you have 2 options. One being that you activate it by damaging it. The second being that it activates based on percentage. So you would need a 51% overall destruction in your attack before it activates as a defense for these balloons to path to it. So we're going to use a Barbarian to go ahead and activate it. Now this Barbarian will die to that Giga Inferno almost immediately. So let's freeze that Giga Inferno. We'll drop our 11 balloons in order to take it down. And there we go. There goes our 11 balloons. Now every balloon is able to drop 1 bomb, which takes down the Town Hall immediately, instead of them having to drop more than 1. So that way you're able to keep that momentum moving through the base during your Lalo. So for the rest of these buildings, the Eagle Artillery takes 7 balloons. The Inferno Tower takes 5. The Expo takes 6. Bomb Tower 4. The Archer Tower takes 3. Since it has been updated in this latest update, the Cannon takes 3 as well. Wizard Tower takes 4 balloons. Air Defense takes 2 balloons. The Mortar and also that Sweeper takes 2 balloons. There's a hidden Tesla here between these 2 wall segments. That also takes 2 balloons. And the last defense of Town Hall 13 is the Scatter Shot, which takes a total of 5 balloons. Very similar to the Inferno Towers. So let's go ahead and go through here. And then if you're not aware of those numbers, you could do what I've showed you with the Clash Wiki. Get that total HP, divide it by your balloon drop, and that'll tell you how many balloons you need in order to take it down. But let's go ahead and prove that math here. So 7 balloons on this Eagle Artillery will drop it down. So let's deploy our 7 balloons. There we go. We're able to drop 1 bomb and it goes down. So now we've got 6 balloons moving towards this Inferno Tower. Now we're down to 5. We're able to knock down that Inferno Tower with 1 drop since we have 5. We'll get our 6th balloon to join this fight in order to one-shot that Expo. You saw that pause there until that 6th balloon dropped its bomb.
That's what you don't want to happen. You want it to be a one shot onto these defenses. That way there's not other defenses or enemy heroes or even CC troops raining down on them. So these balloons are doing exactly what you want to see in your Lalo attack, where they drop one time, move to the next defense, and just keep repeating that process. So, as we mentioned before, this wizard tower takes 4 balloon drops, and now we're down to 3. So you see it kind of just stalls out there as it's getting hit by this air defense, which is what you don't want to happen. So in order to take down an air defense, it takes 2 balloons. So we'll drop those 2 balloons there, and we're able to get it down in one shot. Same with the sweeper, 2 balloons. Mortars, 2 balloons. We'll knock that down. 2 balloons for the mortar, or for the hidden Tesla, and we need 5 here for this scatter shot. And you'll see goes down 1 drop of these balloons, which is exactly what you want for this Lalo to keep that momentum pushing forward. That's why you see haste and freeze spells in order to push these balloons through these defenses. Just 1 drop in order to take down each defense. But let's go ahead and take a look at a base or a live replay, get an idea of how balloons are going to pass through the base. And how many balloons should we deploy while we're moving through a base? And we'll go ahead and take a look at that right now. Here is our first replay that we're going to take a look at, and it's going to be a Zap Lalo attack that I did in Legends League. With Zap Lalo, typically you see the Zap taking out the defending clan castle, and there's times where you can actually use it to set pathing for your balloons, which is actually what I use it here in this raid. But that is not what we're trying to focus on. We're trying to focus on how to Lalo. So we're going to skip through the Zap portion, also the Sui portion. But what we did is we used our Royal Champion in combination with our lightning spells to clear out all the defenses that were in this top left-hand corner. And then we're using our King, Queen, and Ice Golems to get rid of the defenses here in this section. So we'll go ahead and we'll pause the video right here because the Lalo is about to start during this attack. So we take a look at what the heroes were able to remove. We see that all the defenses here in this section were removed, which balloons go from defense to defense, as we just saw. This is going to be our Lalo path right here because of the defenses that are out here on the outside of the building, along with the defensive buildings that are here in the core of these compartments. So what you want to do is figure out where your balloons are going to pass. So if I drop some balloons here, they're going to target right at this bomb tower, and after that they're going to go right towards this inferno tower. And as we just learned, it takes 5 balloons in order to take down that inferno tower. So typically what you want to do is send more than what you need on this first defense, which we noticed it is 4 balloons in order to take it down, but we would need 1 extra balloon in order to make sure that inferno tower goes down with that 1 drop, so that way we keep a large momentum moving through this initial phase of the attack. And then we have more defenses here on the external parts of these compartments. So if we drop balloons there, we could kind of see where the pathing is going to go, because they're going to go from defense to defense. So if we drop balloons here, you see that they're all going to clump up eventually through this base. And then you have that nice pathing for them, and then you could send more balloons in to keep your main pack of balloons just swooping through this core here. Once we get to this Eagle Artillery, we know it takes 7 balloons in order to knock it down with that 1 drop. But if we combine that with spells, we combine that with maybe an Eagle, the Grand Warden Eternal Tome, then we could be okay with it not being a 1-drop hit. But let's go ahead and start this Lalo here. Here come the troops. And what you want to do is, as you just saw there, I dropped the balloons first, and then I dropped that Lava Hound. The reason why you do that is your Lava Hound has a faster movement speed than your balloons. So what you don't want to happen is you drop that Lava Hound first, and it's going to be ahead of the balloons regardless, but you're creating a bigger gap between your Lava Hound and your balloons, so you're losing that efficiency from your tank because there's nothing there to back up the tank. So drop your balloons first, then your Lava Hound, and then typically you want to drop some cleanup troops behind so that way you don't time fail. But let's go ahead and keep this rolling here. So now you see we've got more than the 5 balloons required in order to one-shot that Inferno Tower. And in this raid, we had 2 Lava Hounds. First one popped, second one moving in. And we're using the Scatter as a Lava Hound to provide some tanking. So now this Lalo's able to swoop in, and we got more than 5 balloons. We're able to one-shot that Scatter shot and just keep pushing through the base with the use of that haste spell. And typically you want to pair your spells together with your haste and your freeze. If you use the warden ability, you want to make sure you don't freeze, because the freeze is to stop defenses from picking off your loons. But that's what the Eternal Tome does. So you don't want to waste that spell there. As you saw here, we pop the Eternal Tome, then we use a haste to push these balloons on through. And now we've got plenty of balloons left over, not much defenses on the back end, and we still have an extra freeze. And now we have plenty of balloons here in this pack that will be able to one-shot any defense whatsoever. So now it's just a matter of sitting there waiting, making sure we've got our cleanup down. And you see we already got our lava pups, archers, minions as well. We even kept the queen alive because we were able to protect her with that Lalo. And now it's just overkill on the back end because we made sure we maintain the momentum of the Lalo, which is one of the most important things you need to remember when doing the Lalo, is you want to keep that momentum. So you could change how many haste you want to bring with your Lalo, but your haste and your freeze are normally paired together in order to get that efficiency and momentum of your balloons. You want to make sure you're one-dropping these defenses so that way they go down quick, and then your balloons move on to the next building. But take a look at another replay. We'll go ahead and jump right into that one. Here is our second replay that we are going to take a look at as well. It is still going to be the Zap Lalo. In this case, instead of zapping defenses, I'm going to zap the CC. Just so that way it does create pathing because of the expos being there in that section, and I could also get some sweepers. So we'll go ahead and fast forward through this. So we get a sweeper, which is another huge thing you want to look out for your Lalo. You always want to come from behind the sweeper, so that way you're not fighting against it the entire time. But we start the hero dive. We're going for the town hall to remove that major defense because it takes 11 balloons to one-shot it. And if you don't bring your balloons there for the town hall, or you don't try to one-drop it, you would need that Eternal Tome, but it is recommended because of that Giga Bomb, so you don't lose your 11 balloons. Anyways, we've got our hero dive started here. We'll see what is left over with this Dewey hero portion of the raid, and then we'll take a look at what our pathing is. So now heroes are down. This is what's left of the base. So again, we're going to take a look at what remaining defenses are up. So now we've got a nice path here that has been carved out of the base. Typically, you want an L-shaped pattern for your Lalo, which we've got just that. So this is going to be our pathing for the Lalo. Again, the balloons are going to move from defense to defense to defense until all the defenses have been removed. Then they'll start working on non-defensive buildings. So we take a look at our pathing. We've got nice pathing here, which balloons will go this way. We got some balloons that will go this way, like this. So this is going to be our pathing for our Lalo. That means we're going to have a scatter shot, an Inferno Tower, and the Queen on the back end. But we're dealing with the scatter on the front, and we're going to meet this Eagle right in the middle. And either way you Lalo into this base, it's very symmetrical right now that's left up. Really the only difference being that this Wizard Tower and Archer Tower are standing as they're removed on this left-hand side. But anyways, we're going to send that Lalo in right into that Royal Champion. Since she is weak, we've got one headhunter in order to remove her from the equation, but we start the Lalo, and you see we've got plenty of balloons to start with this initial pack. Reason being is this Inferno target is going to take down, or can take down, 5 balloons at the same exact time, so we need to compensate for that. We know it takes 5 to take this down, and being that we're sending 5, we know we could take down this bomb tower because it only takes 4. This Archer Tower only takes 3. This only takes 3. This only takes 3. So 5 is a great number to have, but it's always good to overcompensate with your initial pack because we need that momentum to push through. Last thing you want to do is as soon as you're starting your Lalo is you run out of momentum. So let's go ahead and get this race started. Now we've got our Lava Hound down and leading the pack here. We've got more balloons up top so that way we could join this army. We've got the Stone Slammer on the top side, and now that Lava Hound's tanking that scatter shot. So now with that haste, we're able to keep that momentum and one-shot it. Now the balloons are flying through, able to get these defenses down. And you saw I paired the haste and the freeze there by that Eagle. We one-shot the Eagle. So now we've got plenty of balloons left over. Now we're approaching this back-end scatter and multi. So we use that Grand Warden Eternal Tome. And since the Eternal Tome is about to wear off, we try to freeze to keep these balloons alive as long as possible because that multi-target Inferno And now you see we've got plenty of balloons left, not that many defenses, and we're able to take down the queen because she's right on top of that multi-target inferno. So we got lucky there, but we still have a lot of balloons coming towards this wizard tower. And as you see, we're able to one-shot it because of the assistance from the Grand Warden. And now we've got plenty of balloons up. All of our cleanup is already down because we make sure you put down those cleanup troops right after your Lalo. Something I didn't notice during the attack is we had a troll Tesla over here at 9 o'clock, but no need to worry. We've got plenty of balloons. We know it takes 2 balloons in order to one-shot a max hidden Tesla, but we've got plenty of balloons up here. They're getting picked off by these skeletons on air defensive mode, but we still have enough in the bag in order to get it down. So we've got 2 balloons, 1 dies, and then we get that 1 drop. Since it wasn't a max hidden Tesla, but if not, we still had plenty of cleanup troop that was coming there anyways. So I hope that helps you guys with your Lalo. This is a Town Hall 13 Lalo guide just because of how many bombs it takes in order to take down defenses with that new Archer Tower upgrade. But you know how to use the Clash Wiki page, which again will be down in the description. So that way you guys know how to do the calculations to figure out how many balloons it's going to take in order to make sure that defense goes down with 1 drop, so you maintain that Lalo momentum, which is the hugest thing I could try to teach you guys. Really just a few quick pointers. Lava Hound typically is deployed after your initial pack of loons, and you want to make sure you get your cleanup down behind so that way you don't time fail, because that is a huge possibility with Lalo. But with Lalo, it does take practice. Don't want you guys to get discouraged. Keep at it, keep practicing. If you have any questions or need anything answered, just go ahead and pop a comment down below, and I'll be glad to reply and help you guys out. And if you need it, I will make another Lalo guide video for you guys. There will be more videos coming, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video, or we'll see you down over on the live stream. But that's it for this video. Hope you have a great day. Take care.